get ready for this next fight, I might as well tell you, to my right is a two-time United States Olympic wrestler. But I say this without that caveat. Wrestling's the best base for modern-day mixed martial arts, and his wrestling is truly as good as it gets.
As good as it gets. And he lives by the motto. He embraces the grind. He gets out there, and he tries to punish you with his effort. He wants to punish you with his intensity, and he wants to overwhelm you with his pressure. That is wrestling. From the wrestling on the mat to wrestling on the feet, it's pressure, pressure, pressure. And this young man is just literally, he personifies the style that so many of us were known for.
Yeah, dude like pummels all day. His wife's like, I'm looking for a hug. You don't need to pummel me. Tremendous wrestler. We'll see if the hands have developed a little bit, but certainly a good opportunity on a big stage for him here tonight. So here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George St-Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St-Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St-Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St-Pierre, he truly changed the game.
Hall of Famer George St-Pierre, ready to make his statement here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Johny Big Rig Hendricks. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George St-Pierre.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, so here is Johny Hendricks. He has really been primarily a striker of late since moving up to 185 pounds. You know about the wrestling credentials. We'll see if Hendricks goes for a shot here early.
Dude getting active, lands another combination to the head.
Hendricks is bleeding from the mouth now, a cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Oh, making this clinch work count. Lands the punch there. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this. Huge strike lands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed up there.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
St-Pierre gets back up. Look for him to throw that overhand here again. Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook. He's got the far side. Oh!
Oh, well-disguised hip toss there to get his opponent down. All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. GSP gets back up here. Oh! Huge kick to the head. Watching the swelling becoming a real factor right now. Did they inject something into his face, or is he just swollen from the strikes?
Swollen from the strikes, man. Guy taking a couple shots. You never know which one is going to start to make you get damaged. Something good landed, and now you see the swelling start.
Oh, he just missed on that overhand left.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard.
On that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
All right, he's been very clean with his hooks on the feet here tonight, and it's the way he set it up that has really impressed me. Both men going for the finish. Johnny's got a better move.
Yeah, he's got to move. Johnny's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Second round, straight ahead. All right, that's the end of the round. You see the fighter's got a cut on his lip. Not necessarily a Robbie Lawler lip opening, if you know what I'm talking about, but certainly something that could be a source of adversity here moving forward. Cut man in there quickly to try to shore it up. All right, so a big round for him there, maybe even a 10-8. There was a big knockdown in there, courtesy of the kick. DC, talk us through it.
He found his spot. I mean, he knew that there was a weakness. He found the spot. He recognized an opportunity to go and chase down that head kick. He threw it, it landed, and he almost got the finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Makes it
Holy smokes! Take a bow, young man. Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. All right, let's get to the official decision. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 15 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, George Rush St-Pierre!
All right, well, this is a man of humility, but George St-Pierre all but